Hey guys, Blackout Bill here with another video. Please subscribe. Want to get that subscriber count up to 1,000. And in addition, leave a video or a comment in the comment section and I'll find you, watch your video, and I'll subscribe to you too. A lot of times when these lower units come off, for me, the bolts that hold the housing always break. So if you're going to replace the impeller, you could add heat to it or let it sit, try to spray it with some PB Blaster. So in this case, I got one that came out. The other one I had to drill a bigger hole. So, the cup will come off, the drive shaft will come out, the water impeller will come out, the plate will come out. I'm resealing this. Sorry for the lighting. So I was able to pop the seal out without a seal puller. Used a screwdriver, and what happens is you're going to beat the crap out of the seal. But it does come out. Just got to be careful, try not to damage the unit as much as possible. I got some few nicks in here, but nothing that will ruin everything. I had to drill and tap a new mounting hole because the bolt was stuck in there. I couldn't get it out. I was able to drill it out. I was able to grab some thread, so I, of course, had to modify the plate for the bigger tap. I could have went with a smaller one, but I didn't have the size. So every application is going to be different, especially when they're older. I broke this bolt off. I was able to heat this up with the blowtorch, not the blowtorch, my little propane guy. I heated it up enough just to get rid of the oxidation and broke it loose. And I used vice grips to grab the rest of the threads that was out. But coming along, I will show you how to get that shift shaft bushing out. Probably the easiest part of the job. Everybody freaks out over it. I'll show you right now. This is the shift shaft bushing. That is the housing where the bushing goes. Of course, you can't see it. Okay. There you go. That's the housing where the bushing goes. This brass bushing fits in there. Okay, it fits in there like that. So the lower unit's upside down. The rubber gasket is here. The rubber O-ring, the actual O-ring that's the seal, is here. That goes in first. This bushing's like this. So what you do is, with the lower unit right side up, this is a 5/16 threaded rod. I have done nothing to it. It is a 5/16 threaded rod. It works for 90% of the older Johnson and Evinrudes. If you come at it right through the hole, right through where the shifter goes, all right, it's just big enough to grab the inner part of the bushing, all right, and drive it out. I took a hammer to the other end and I hammered it right out. Okay, no tap, no screw, no nothing else. So this will be hammered out this way. Okay, you'll ruin the rubber O-ring that's in here. It's okay, you're replacing it. All right, and you'll save the bushing. You'll save the brass bushing here. And then when you go to reinstall it, you just flip it back over. Flip the lower unit back over, upside down. You put your O-ring there. There might be a plastic gasket over before or after the O-ring. Place everything nice and straight, and then you can hit it with a socket and extension. I will show you how to do that. Easiest part of the job. 5/16 threaded rod. No application. No grinding. No. You stick that in the hole. You drive it right out with a hammer. You might have to get pliers to rip this off, because the 5/16 will skid in that little hole there a very little bit. But the bushing is in perfect condition, ready to be reinstalled. Your new kit's going to come with that rubber O-ring for the shift shaft bushing. Just stick it in there. And then I also put the gasket down in there. Oh, good, we got lighting today. It comes with a Felpro O-ring gasket. Sorry for the shaking. That goes in first. You stick your O-ring in your bushing, and then you put the bushing in upside down. So the flat part is facing up with the unit upside down. This is everything is upside down. So we're going to stick that in there. We're going to get an extension with a socket around the side. We're going to tap it in nice and slow, nice and straight. Straight is the key. And what a lot of people don't explain or show you on YouTube and on the forums is when you pull your pinion gear out, the unit's upside down. When you pull it out, to either inspect or deal with your shift rod bushing, this has a roller bearing. The bigger horsepowers have a roller bearing in it. So these pins are all inside here, and of course they're all going to fall out, so you're going to have to put them back in. I've never done this before, so what I'm obviously going to have to do is take some grease. I have some axle grease here. Put a little bit on the sides in here, and hopefully they stick to the sides. We're going to do that now. I didn't want to put too much grease in there. If you do, it won't hurt it, so don't be too afraid, but I try to keep it to a little bit of a minimum. So we'll see if they stick. That one's stuck. That one's stuck. So it is working. So they're sticking. I got 2 in there in place. I'm gonna stick the rest of 4. Then I'll put my pinion gear in and secure the pinion gear so that they stay in place. Okay, so the grease worked excellent. See, they're all sticking in there. Grease worked excellent. They're stick and they're tight. And now we can insert our pinion gear. And now we're all set. It's spinning and nice.